Good day everyone. For our quarter 2 week 1, our topic is measuring quantities. Measurement is a number that characterizes an object or event which can be compared with other objects or events. So measurement is one attribute that helps us to know how things or objects differ from one another. So we have here the basic unit of measure for length. We also have for the time, weight or mass, electric current, volume, angles, temperature, and rate. We have here the two systems of measures. Number one is metric system or the International System of Units or the SI. Two is the English system. The table below shows the commonly used units of measure for different quantities. We have here the first column, quantity. Second column is the metric system. And the third column is the English system. For the length, we have here millimeter, centimeter, meter, and kilometer. For the English system, we have inch, foot, yard, and mile. For the volume, for metric system, we have the cubic centimeter and cubic meter. For the English system, we have cubic inch, cubic foot, and cubic yard. For the mass, we have the gram and kilogram. For the English system, we have the ounce, ton, and pound. For the temperature, we have the Kelvin and degrees Celsius. Next is the degree Fahrenheit for the English system. For the time, we have here both for metric and English, we have second, minute, and hour. For the capacity, for both metric and English, we have milliliter, and liter. For the angle, for both metric and English, we have degree and radian. Each unit of measure has its own use in any physical quantities. We have here first for the length. It describes how long a physical quantity is. It includes distance, height, depth, and the length. When we talk about depth, that is the length or the distance from the top or surface to the bottom of something. Next, the smallest unit of measure for length is millimeter, and the biggest unit of measure is kilometer. Length is used to determine perimeter and area of other geometric figures. So when we talk about perimeter, that is the distance around a geometric figure, or it also refers to the boundary of a closed plane figure. One unit of measure can be expressed in another unit of measure. It can be from smaller to bigger unit and vice versa, or from metric unit to English unit of measure and vice versa. The table below shows the equivalent measure of 1 unit to meter, since it is the basic unit of measure in metric system. So we have here in the first column, we have here millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, decameter, hectometer, and kilometer, and their equivalent. So 1 millimeter is equivalent to 1 over 1000, or that is 0.001 meter. Centimeter is equivalent to 1 over 100 is equal to 0.01 meter. Decimeter is equivalent to 0.1 meter. Decameter or 1 decameter is equivalent to 10 meters. 1 hectometer is equivalent to 10 squared or 100 meters. And then lastly, we have the biggest unit of measure for the length. We have 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1000 or 10 raised to 3 meters. So in converting smaller unit to bigger unit, you need to divide the given by the corresponding powers of 10. So the formula is division, or the operation is division, while from bigger to smaller, multiply the given powers of 10. We have here the diagram for metric system for length from left to right. That is from highest to lowest unit of measure. Every step should be multiplied by 10 if you are converting bigger unit to smaller unit. Every step should be divided by 10 if you are converting smaller unit to bigger unit. Examples. Convert 3 kilometer to meter and then centimeter. So for our solution, given 3 kilometer to be converted to smaller unit, hence you multiply by powers of 10. So because our given is the biggest unit of measure for length. Since meter is 3 steps from kilometers, so as you can see here in the diagram, that is kilometer going to meters, so that is 1, 2, 3. So that is 3 times 10 raised to 3, that is equivalent to 3,000 meters. So 4 centimeter naman, that is 5 steps from kilometer. So we have your kilometer going to centimeters, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So that is 3 times 10 raised to 5 is equivalent to 300,000 centimeters. Convert 560,000 centimeters to decameters and kilometers. So for our solution, given is 560,000 centimeter to be converted to bigger units, hence you divide by powers of 10. So since decameter is 3 steps from centimeter, so that is decameter and then centimeters. So 1, 2, 3. So that is 560,000 divided by 10 raised to 3 is equivalent to 560 decameters. Kilometers is 5 steps from centimeter. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 560 centimeters divided by 10 raised to 5 is equivalent to 5.6 kilometers. Next example. The length of the rectangular lock is 12 meters and the width is 550 centimeters. Find the perimeter and the area. Solution. Given is the length 12 meters, width is 550 centimeters. Before solving for the perimeter and the area of the rectangular lock, make sure that the length and the width have the same unit of measure. Hence, you can convert one unit in terms of the other unit. In this case, centimeters converted to meters. So if we have here 550 centimeters, we can divide it by the power of 10 because this is smaller unit to bigger unit. So that is 550 divided by 10 raised to 2 or divided by 100, that is 5.5 meters. So for us to get the perimeter, this is the formula. 2L plus 2W for the perimeter, that is 2 multiplied by 12, which is our length, plus 2 times our 5.5, which is the converted value of the width. 2 times 12 is 24 plus 11 is equal to 35 meters. So our perimeter of the rectangular lot is 35 meters. For the area, we have the formula LW or WL. Formula for the area of the rectangular lot. That is 12 multiplied by 5.5. That is 66 square meter. If you talk about the area, you're looking for the square meters or square centimeters if that is the given. The table below shows how to convert the English unit to metric unit of measure and vice versa. So for the first column, inch converted to centimeter, multiply it, and then the result. So we have 1 inch is equivalent to 2.54 centimeters. 1 foot is equivalent to 30.5 centimeters. 1 yard is equivalent to 0.914 meters. And then 1 yard is also equivalent to 91.4 centimeters. 1 mile is equivalent to 1.61 kilometers. 1 centimeter is equivalent to 0.4 inches or inch. 1 meter is equivalent to 39.4 inches. Also, 1 meter is equivalent to 3.28 feet and 1.1 yard, equivalent to 1 meter. 1 kilometer is equivalent to 0.62 miles. Volume and capacity. Volume is the measure of how much amount of space is occupied by a three-dimensional figure. Capacity is the amount contained in a three-dimensional figure. Volume can be measured using SI units like cubic meter for solid, which is the basic unit for volume. We have here the example of a three-dimensional figure. This is a cube. A cube has equal measure of all the dimensions. So we have here the formula for volume for a cube. L times width times height. That is, if our given is 10, 10 times 10 times 10. The volume of a cube is 1,000 cubic centimeters based on our given. Below is the conversion table for volume. 1 cubic kilometer is equivalent to 10 raised to 9 cubic meters. 1 cubic hectometer is equivalent to 10 raised to 6 cubic meters. 1 cubic decameter is equivalent to 10 raised to 3 cubic meters. 1 cubic meter is equivalent to 1 cubic meters. 1 cubic decimeter is equivalent to 10 raised to negative 3 cubic meters. 1 cubic centimeter is equivalent to 10 raised to negative 6 cubic meters. And 1 cubic millimeter is equivalent to 10 raised to negative 9 cubic meters. Also, we have here 1 cubic meter is equivalent to 1,000 liters. 1 hectoliter is equivalent to 100 liters. 1 decaliter is equivalent to 10 liters. 1 cubic decimeter is equivalent to 1 liter. 1 deciliter is equivalent to 0.1 liter. 1 centiliter is equivalent to 0.01 liters. And last, 1 milliliter is equivalent to 0.001 liters. Convert 8 cubic meters to cubic millimeters. So solution, since the conversion is from bigger unit to smaller unit, you have to multiply every step by 10 raised to 3. So that is 8 cubic meters equivalent to 8 times 10 raised to 9 is equivalent to 8 times 10 raised to 9 cubic millimeter. Convert 340,000 cubic centimeters to cubic kilometers. Solution, since the conversion is from smaller unit to bigger unit, you have to divide every step by 10 raised to 3. So cubic kilometer is 5 steps from cubic centimeter. Therefore, 340,000 cubic centimeters is 340,000 divided by 10 raised to 15. So that is 3 times 5. Is equivalent to 340,000 times 10 raised to 15, or written in scientific notation, that is 3.4 times 10 raised to 19 cubic kilometers. Number 3. The rectangular prism measures 0.054 meters in length. The height is 5 centimeters and the width is 42 millimeters. What is the volume of the prism in cubic centimeter? How many liters of liquid can it hold? So for our solution, all unit of measure must be in centimeter. Convert 0.054 meters and 42 millimeters to centimeter. So 0.054 meters is equal to 0.054 times 10 raised to 2 is equal to 5.4 centimeters. 42 millimeters equivalent to 42 divided by 10 is equal to 4.2 centimeters. The volume of the prism is V is equal to length times width times height. So our solution for this is 5.4 times 4.2 times 5. The volume of the prism is 113.4 cubic centimeters. Since 1 cubic centimeter is equivalent to 0.001 liters, then 113.4 cubic centimeters is equal to 113.4 times 0.001 equal to 0.1134 liters. Mass is a measure of the amount of matter in substance or an object. The basic SI unit for mass is the kilogram, but smaller masses may be measured in grams. For great amount of mass, the unit of measure is ton. The table below shows the metric unit of measure and its equivalent in grams. So 1 milligram is equivalent to 0.001 gram. 1 centigram is equivalent to 0.01 gram. 1 decigram is equivalent to 0.1 gram. 1 gram is equivalent to 1 gram. 1 decagram is equivalent to 10 grams. 1 hectogram is equivalent to 100 grams. 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 grams. 1 ton is equivalent to 1 million grams, or 1 ton is equivalent to 1,000 kilograms. For example, every cupcake needs 2,250 milligrams of flour. How many grams of flour is needed for 12 cupcakes? So for our solution, you need to first convert 2,250 milligrams to gram. Since converting smaller unit to bigger, you need to divide every step by 10. Gram is 3 steps from milligram. Then 2,250 milligram divided by 10 raised to 3 is equivalent to 2.25 grams. So that is 12 cupcakes times 2.25, so that is 27 grams of flour needed for 12 cupcakes. Second example, in your village, the garbage collector collects 980 kilograms of garbage every day. How many metric ton of garbage in 30 days can they collect? For our solution, 1 metric ton is equivalent to 1,000 kilograms. Therefore, 980 kilograms is 980 divided by 1,000, equivalent to 0.98 ton. So we're looking for 30 days. So in 30 days, they can collect 0.98 times 30. So the answer for our question for the problem is 29.4 ton of garbage for 30 days.
Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.